Hello, and thank you for calling the Auto Glass Helpline. Today we have something 100% new and something we haven't even done before. So you are all going to come along with me on this adventure, and we're going to cut out this skylight on this 21 Hyundai Palisade. And as you can see here, the problem we run into is this rubber flap. And we don't want to cut it off because obviously we're trying to save a piece of glass. So this one is 100% experimental, and like I said, you guys are coming along with me on this adventure. We're going to try to get this out without doing any damage, short of scuffing this rubber. So we are going to be cutting it out with our WRD Bison, which we already have mounted up here on the glass. The only part I've skipped is pushing through my line right here with the threader and then digging it out up here on top there. So this rubber on the outside is a little flexible. There is a little channel in there that you can get to, and let's pull this through and get this laced all the way around here. Going to use our little WRD bone that's got the slot there. And this is getting painted. It's a Hyundai warranty, and they got the flaking paint issue similar to what the Chevys had in the 90s, but they are warrantying it now. So we're going to push this in all the way around. And we're going to do our best to try to save this piece of glass. Look at that, just enough. I'm going to reach under here, grab this, and pull that in, and we'll release that. And we're back. We got our gloves. We got one of our WRD shields here. We're going to try to use up here to cut that without cutting that rubber. So and we're using the Bison for this in part because it does have a higher offset right here. We're further away from the glass with these larger spools, so what we might be able to do is pull our line down to keep ourselves as far away from the edge of the glass as possible to make it a little easier to cut. So let's get started. We're going to move this a little bit closer here. Let that suck down. Gather that up. And let's slip this right there. And looks like we're just pulling that rubber out of the way. We'll come around that. We're going to keep an eye on that edge where it's sitting on the rubber. Do our best to avoid any damage there. So let's do this. We're going to run this guy right up to the edge of that rubber right there. And that should give us a better angle to cut along there. Getting a little bit of slippage over here, but not too bad. We're still able to cut. And we'll stop right there. Then we'll go ahead and wrap this corner here. Let's see how well we can do here. throw our U-lock in here real quick since this seems to be cutting pretty easy. Pull right along here, and then we'll go ahead and back this off a little bit and come around this side and just do the same thing along here. It's like keeping that spool as close as possible, and we gotta be careful we don't want to suck that into our spool there. I apologize if this gets a little close. Not a lot of room back here to maneuver. Pull our U-lock off of there. Go right up against our rubber again. Make sure we're not on the rubber over there. Drop our U-lock back in place here. And back to the cut. And looks like we're going to slip right past that. Just like so. Excellent. That's what we're looking for. Pull our U-lock. And then let's go back over here. And we're going to cut over to this pin. And we'll finish our cut up here on this corner, since our rubber is considerably lower on this edge than it is on the front and the back. So I'm going to drop our U-lock on this time. Make sure we're pulling the right way. Make sure we get up and over our pinch weld here. And it looks like we can already see our line, so grab our pick tool here, and we're going to go ahead and just pull this guy down and around that pin right now. Set that aside and continue our cut here. And we're going to want to keep an eye on this side and make sure we don't start cutting over here into our rubber. Because if we hit a thick spot, this might start to draw across, and we don't want to cut this rubber. Keep an eye on that one. So far, so good. Slipping right by. Pop that loose. And we're going to go right up to that corner there. Once again, we can take this and our pick tool, pull our line down and around that pin, and finish our cut here. Slip right by that. Slip right around that corner. Make sure we don't cut it. Excellent. There we go. And then we're going to switch over to here. Make sure we move all of these so we don't get, again, fingerprints and footprints and stuff on them. This stuff behind me. Switch seats here. Open that door so we get a little breeze through here. We had a thunderstorm 2 days ago, and now it feels like we're in Florida. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and we're just going to cut down this way. So we'll drop our U-lock on that side, grab our drill, and we'll start to pull down this way. And once we get down here, we'll move our Bison up here and finish our cut. Stop right there. Then pull our U-lock out. We'll move up this way. Put our spool as close to there as we can. Let our cup pull down nice and tight. We'll put our U-lock on this side now. And finish our cut right here. Nice and slow so we don't cut that rubber. And we are free and clear. Look at that. No damage to our rubber all the way around. No scuffs, no cuts, no nothing. And we are 100% free. That was an adventure. And thank you for coming along with me. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next video.